Well, as we've heard, the world discus champion, Australia's Dani Samuels, has pulled out of the Games. Her coach, Dennis Knowles, made the announcement on her behalf. He says Dani Samuels is devastated and this has been the biggest decision of her athletics career.
I haven't seen or spoken to Dani this morning, but yesterday evening she was pretty distraught. She was devastated, actually, at having to make such a decision. It's a massive, massive decision. Reasons for pulling out are, there's not just the one reason, there's a combination of reasons. There's the threat of terrorism in New Delhi. There's the threat of dengue fever. So it's a safety, stroke, health issues combined. And they would be the two greatest reasons that she's made this decision.
We saw a bridge collapse in Delhi overnight. Does that add to concerns you might have about the build quality in India?
Obviously, if there's shoddy workmanship, then that's not a good thing either, but that's got nothing to do with the decision that Dani's made.
The Commonwealth Games champion Jane Fleming says that she thinks the Games are not as relevant as they once were. Here's a little bit of what she's had to say.
The whole thing is starting to look worse and worse and worse, and it's very sad for the Commonwealth Games because they're not probably what they were 20, 30, 40 years ago in terms of relevance on the international sporting calendar, and this is probably not going to help.
So we know that Dani Samuels has been training very hard for this event, but does Jane Fleming have a point? Are the Games becoming irrelevant?
I don't think they're irrelevant. I think as far as Australia's concerned, we were very fond of the Commonwealth Games, and some of the best athletes in the world at Commonwealth come from Commonwealth nations. But yeah, across the board in track and field, it wouldn't compare with Berlin last year, where Dani won a world championship, or it wouldn't even compare to the Diamond League events, which are throughout Europe and of course Olympic Games. It doesn't compare there, but I still think it's relevant. I like the Commonwealth Games.
Dani Samuels is the world champion. Where to now for her? Is her focus on the Olympic Games?
She's very young. She's only 22, and she's one of the most experienced athletes in the Australian team. When you stop and think of what she's done so far, and the longevity of a thrower is up to your late 30s and even 40. So she's got plenty of opportunities ahead of her. So
what's her advice or your advice to other Australians who are in the team?
Well, you know, we're talking of young athletes here, who some have got husbands and wives, and some have even got children. They've certainly got parents, and everyone's concerned, obviously, because there are genuine threats being made. So do you think others will follow Dani's lead and perhaps pull out? I hope they don't, because for some athletes, this Games could be their only opportunity of a Commonwealth Games. It could be the pinnacle of their career.
Dennis Knowles, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.